What's up, Pisces? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out the channel. If you are new here on this channel, we combine channeling and tarot with the universal law of assumption to look into your situation with a specific person, the dynamic, and to actually shift that should you wish to. So if that is something that you would like, then stick with me. And I also do that in my private sessions. My details are in the description box of the video. If you're looking for a more traditional psychic or a tarot reader, obviously there are amazing readers on this platform. So you can go there. If you want to have a private session with a tarot reader or a psychic, I have put links to my affiliates in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5 minutes reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 when you deposit $20. And so now, Pisces, we're going to do a reading into, your specific person. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? A projected potential. And I say potential because marrying in what I said, law of assumption. So on my channel, tarot readings are a check-in point into a version of you and your specific person and the connection that you, Pisces, have selected, manifested, are selecting and manifesting out of the infinite that are available right now in this exact very moment. Creation is finished. Everything exists all at once. Everyone in your personal reality is you pushed out. You can have anyone that you want or any version of anyone that you want. So if you would like to manifest this differently, it requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of Pisces that you are being, your identity, and a reselection of your dominant thoughts and assumptions pushed out with some persistence, guys, consciously. So circumstances, conditions, etc. do not matter. I've also just launched my course Shifted, where I take you through the fundamentals, what is manifesting, you're always doing it, what is conscious and deliberate manifesting, and also, embodiment of your higher self concept, taking back control of your reality, and also how that applies to manifesting your specific person. So check it out, the link is in the bio. Okay guys, so the person on Pisces mind, King of Wands. Desire, attraction, chemistry, maybe wanting to take some action. There is hurt or heartbreak here, guys. So guys, again, if it's not your reading, it's not your reading. And if it is, we're gonna go through how to shift it. But Ten of Swords looks like bad endings or pain. And there's a Page of Pentacles. So there seems to be wanting to make a gesture. Could also just be a shitty cycle you've had with this person, the Ten of Swords. But that could be an apology or a gesture, wanting to come in and say something. Ten of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, Pisces. Yeah, the Judgment card would be accountability, or it would be a revival kind of an energy. I mean, this is a single and available type of an energy. So definitely chemistry and attraction, but maybe not commitment. And then we have Four of Cups, because there's been a bit of disappointment in that department. There might be a bit of a rejection wound as well between the two of you, or this person's aware that they're either feeling rejected, or something between the two of you has caused like pain, I said, or there's a feeling like what they are offering you haven't really kind of taken it. Now you might have your own reasoning for that, that's fine. I'm not giving you shit, Pisces. But the Ace of Wands, so there's chemistry, but it's sort of been turned off. Maybe that's a punishment tactic. I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's that King of Wands, but it's in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse, traditionally, Pisces is, I don't like labels, guys. So you can say it's the player, okay, because there's a single energy. Could it be a feeling like this has just been desire and attraction and not getting, the love, etc., that, a person wants, right? So Ace of Wands, it's sort of been turned off. A King of Wands in the reverse. So, in the case of you, Pisces, if that's what you felt and then this caused pain, then you can easily turn that round. It's just a manifestation of one version. But King of Wands in the reverse, it looks like, there's a little bit of disappointment here. We have a Seven of Wands, though, which would be about persistence and revival energy. And let's have a look at this Four of Cups. Okay, Emperor card is in the reverse. So lack of stability, lack of structure. It also, Emperor card and the Four of Cups, the rejection wound could be coming down to, there's been in the recent perceived past, and I say that because everything perception moment by moment we shift, but like the Emperor card in the reverse, so that can be about not really showing up stable. It also can be emotionally, that's the shadow of the Emperor, so not being very loving or emotional or emotionally available, we would argue, guys. So you can have an emotionally available version, but you have to shift your perception of them. But like, yeah, Four of Pentacles, insecurities. Some of you are dealing with an issue around like a husband or a father figure. But there's something here just like triggering an insecurity of not really being enough. And that could be mutual, and there's defensive energy, but then there's wanting to revive it and persist. And it's something around, and also the chemistry has been there, but it looks like it's been dulled. I mean, let me have a look at this Four of Pentacles in the reverse, but now they want to revive it, and Page of Wands. Flirty, new direction as well, I would argue, Page of Wands, okay? Unfulfilled potential with the Magician card in the reverse, and an Ace of Cups would be about a rebirth, just like a Judgment card is, and more love being poured into the situation. So that's how they're kind of feeling. I want one more on the Emperor card in the reverse. Why do we have that? Five of Cups in the reverse, okay? Some of you are dealing with a situation where it's like there's a need to let go of regrets between the two of you or past losses. There's a defensive energy maybe as well. It also could be Nine of Pentacles, a person that feels, there's issues here to do with feeling like secure and safe when it comes to career and finances, because Four of Pentacles is also, it's a 4 card, it's in the reverse, not really grounded and stable financially. Emperor card also in the upright would be, you know, even a boss figure or someone that's really in control and stable, feeling not so in control and stable. So that could be the issue it's caused between the two of you. I mean, someone could have had losses in their past financially, so they're letting go of that. You know, let me have a look. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's caused like some issues here in terms of investing in the connection, like losses financially. Even someone might have lost like what they have built foundations wise. Maybe outside of your connection, because Cups cards can be spilt cups, like relationship issues. But otherwise, it somehow affected the connection where it's like, okay, now there's a wanting to persist and there's a revival. Before there was a lot of defensiveness, inability to kind of open up, show emotion, holding back, but unfulfilled potential. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, maybe also defensiveness, like, you know, not really investing in the situation properly. But then there's love, okay? Now we have that Ten of Swords in the reverse. So that's a bad ending reverse, and they want to get past that. And they want to get past any sort of pain between the two of you. What's this Magician card in the reverse with the unfulfilled potential? There also could be this feeling of unfulfilled potential materially. You understand? The World card is round and round stuff. Okay, so there's been round and round, round and round. So there's a revival now. Okay, flirtation, reach out, wanting to get past pain, wanting love, Knight of Wands, attraction, chemistry for sure. So Pisces, if it's going round and round, there's hurt feelings and it's like, okay, you know, you're not showing enough emotion, or you're not committing to this situation, or you're not coming to the table stable, or whatever it is. This is one version pushed out moment by moment by moment. It just seems to continue if you keep your awareness on what's shitty. So we have to look at what you want, Pisces, because you can absolutely have it however you want it, guys. It's not fantastical. It's not magic. It's literally perception. Okay, so, and shifting into a completely different reality and version. Now, regardless, Pisces, they're not going anywhere, and there's a revival, and it seems to be that they want to do better and that there's love. They have unfulfilled potential. They want to get over hurt or pain where they maybe were not stable and showing up a little bit to Knight of Wands in the reverse. This also could be career stuff. A Knight of Wands in the upright would be about an entrepreneur, and maybe there's been a loss of passion or inspiration in that department that, you know, this person, there's been lack of stability. So let me have a look at you, Pisces. How do you feel? Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So you just as much love this like revival and new love kind of an energy. And we've got Page of Cups. Okay, some of you, there's children in the mix here. And so, like I said, that could be from exes or past people or whatever. Or some of you between the two of you. But the unfulfilled potential would be, like I said, getting over these cycles of lack of stability. And Page of Cups is emotion, playfulness, So that's what you want, Pisces. But the Nine of Wands came up, so that is the block or the wall or the wound. If you focus on that there's all this wounding between the two of you, then it's your story and it's just going to keep showing up, the themes of it. If you want it to go away, you need to hold this person dominantly in the assumption that they are exactly their ideal version, guys. So just let it go. You don't need to finagle and fuck around with what's shown up a moment ago or in your perceived past. Okay, Hermit card in the reverse. There's been withdrawal, like hot, cold maybe. So this is like coming out of withdrawal. So you both have this Ace of Cups, and then there's a Seven of Cups. So Pisces, I mean, that can be fantasy. So if the chemistry's been turned off, that could be about wanting more of that. The Seven of Cups, though, is like a little bit of mixed energy, okay? We've got Queen of Swords, Pisces. We've got Five of Pentacles. We've got Three of Cups. Some of you, there's an awareness that there's like losses financially in connection to exes, like, because I said that before, because you could be dealing with like a husband or a father figure, and Queen of Swords can be a divorcee. That could be a factor. Three of Cups can be other energies. For others of you, Pisces, how do you feel about this person? A Queen of Swords is like the truth speaker. She seems to be looking at the Five of Pentacles. So this is like cold energy. And so there's maybe a wanting to revive that, like have a more loving connection, because I saw your Ace of Cups before. Three of Cups, I'm going to get more clarity on that. I mean, that can be, and I saw Seven of Cups questions like, are there other cups around? Pisces, I encourage you, if that is a fear that you have, to not focus on that, and they will fuck off. Like, it's not going to appear in your reality. Whatever you persist in is going to appear. If you know it, if you know you're in a situation where there's other energies influencing, you need to also select a version where that does not exist. That simple. Seriously, if you feel like there's competition, outside energies, complications, conditions, people, they're all playing a role in your movie. Okay, we have Six of Swords in the reverse, and then we both have the Knight of Wands and the Judgment card, and you both have Emperor card in the reverse from two different decks. Very interesting. Revival energy after Knight of Wands, passion, chemistry. Okay, this is a serious energy with the Queen of Swords, the Three of Cups. So there could have been this back and forth. Now it's like revival energy, but you know, Emperor card in the reverse is this is about like stability and maybe a bit more emotion, because I explained the Emperor card in the reverse can be a bit that way. And the Six of Swords in the reverse is return. So you both kind of want this revival with the Judgment card and the return. Let's see why we have the Emperor card. Yeah, and then Five of Cups is still here and Eight of Wands. So communication about loss and regret between the two of you. This is letting go of the spilt cups. Okay, some of you, this is triggering some kind of a father wound or something. I'm just gonna get a little bit like that. I can be Freudish. You can step into the ultimate self-concept now where you're healthy and healed. I don't send my clients off or my viewers to do endless shadow work, okay? There's a version of you that doesn't have any issues or blocks or emotional blocks, etc. Perfect self-concept, absolutely able to receive love. Everyone in your reality shows up loving you, treating you like a diamond, etc., etc. But I'm just pointing it out. It could be a mutual thing that, you know, there's this back and forth because there's an emotional block between the two of you. Now this person, regardless, and you've manifested everything, there's an Ace of Cups. I saw Ace of Cups here because there's insecurity, okay? And that could be around expressing emotion, defensiveness, old pain, old wounding. You've got the Five of Cups coming up here. That could have caused some shit between the two of you, but you're completely in control. So there's communication, revival energy. I want one more on this Emperor card in the reverse. So Aries energy with the Emperor card in the reverse, Virgo, Gemini with the Magician. What is this Emperor card in the reverse? King of Cups, that's right. You want it to be more loving. You believe this person, there is love. This person wants to come in with love, okay? Even if in the recent perceived past it seemed not that way. So why not just detach? So if you assume a person, this is where we get the hot and cold, or it starts again, you get another cycle, and then you're like, oh, they always do this. It's because you haven't let go of old story, all states exist at once, guys, but you shift states. Okay, so you have to examine the story. So of course they love you, of course they want you. It's not just about playing around, and that if you want them to be more open and more consistent and definitely loyal and stable, then that is what you need to affirm. If you think you have third parties, you need to detach from that. They are just characters in your show. Like I said, say, I'm Virgin of Pisces. No, I'm the only one. There is no competition. I am chosen. They're totally committed to me. They're so loving. They're so consistent. They're so loyal. I am that I am. I am that. Choose your identity. If you had shit in your past, can't trust, I've been hurt, all this kind of stuff. I've always had the best relationships. People have always treated me like a king or a queen. I've always had the most loyal, honest, loving people. Okay, Ace of Swords is in the reverse. So it's like, it could just be this lack of clarity, lack of a plan in terms of really stability and commitment to the situation. One more on this Three of Cups. Yeah, it's something to do with just lack of plan and lack of direction, and then that's caused pain. Ten of Swords, they want to get past the pain. Some of you, there's been, yes, pain in relation to third parties and exes. And what you want is, you just don't want to keep bringing that pain into a dynamic if you want the person. So you need to just examine your story. If you have a story that people hurt you or don't choose you or don't show up correct, or you have trust issues, they're not being open, they're not being honest, examine that for yourself. But also you want to talk things through, revive things, and you do have love for this person, King of Cups, and there is chemistry and passion. I'm going to get the Oracle cards in a sec. Ace of, yeah, there's burdens connected to sometimes also maybe communicating properly, and fears around truth, honesty, planning, stability, all of that. Seven of Cups, confusion, mixed feelings. And some of you, in that case, you also fear that there's other cups around, and I wouldn't do that, like I said. If you haven't seen it, if it has not been shown to you, or if you have an assumption that this person is just that, or that generally people are like that, be honest with yourself, then you need to cut that the fuck short if that's not what you want. Otherwise, Seven of Cups can just be like, it's mixed, because maybe this has gone round and round, and sometimes you're aware. If you've been following me for a while, you're manifesting, so you're like, no, I feel so secure, they love me so much, and then you go and they morph, and you follow down that line, and you're like, oh my God, what if, and they pull away, or whatever it is. And this is when we get the hot and cold. So guys, just stick to, like, you know, what I advise you, okay? If you want it or if you don't want it. Some people yell at me in the comments and say, why would I want them? They're all you anyway, guys. They're all you pushed out. So if you want something else, you're gonna have to change the story for yourself anyway. Okay, but this shit works. So what does this person want in this check-in? See, we have faith. Love is coming, struck by love. Ace of Cups, great. Okay, and also it's like Eight of Wands. So there is communication, there's love. Look, again, blowing kisses, love, giving and receiving, affection returned. So you both have this revival. We've got the Ship card, progression and arriving, receive what you need. So there's something about this unfulfilled potential. There's a bit of regrets and loss around not really, you know, receiving what you need. Like Four of Cups, are you taking what I'm offering? That could have been pain, okay? Like it could have caused a Ten of Swords, because there's this Death card, and so there might have been a stop with that Ten of Swords, or a painful cycle. But then we have Hammer, sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it with passion, okay? New phase. What else, Pisces? Okay, cut down, stop the pattern. The pattern, guys. So their intention is to stop the pattern. If you believe this person won't change and you're looking at them, well, first of all, this is just a check-in in the moment. So you partly, they're your manifestation. You want them to stop the pattern, then you assume they won't stop the pattern. So you see where I'm going with this? Now, you can take this message. We've also got love call again, guys. Expressing love, messages of love, informing you. You can literally tweak it, change it, whatever, through you. You're not changing anyone, so you are just selecting. But if you want to stop the pattern, you don't need to stare at them and say they need to change. Even in this reading, though, you would have manifested this, a person where there's like a pattern and they're coming in different, and if you go back to old story, then the pattern shows up again, okay? So for those of you that want consistency with this, the passion, the love, okay, the new phase, the rebuild but persistence and not going anywhere and no hot and cold, then you absolutely just need to persist in that, okay? I take you through all of it in the course or in my sessions. What's dead is dead. This also could just be losses from the past, like both of you just letting go of your losses. And for those of you where you know, there's a situation with someone that's trying to let go of old shit connected to another relationship, it says the relationship is over, there's a revival. So Pisces, anyway, take what you will from that, throw out the rest, take the parts you like, or re-script it completely altogether, fuck it in a bucket. I really do hope in essence that helped some of you, or just at least guided some of you. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will check in with you in 2 weeks' time.